Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I'm Crypto Kip, and today we got a lot of great stuff to cover for you crypto reporters out there, for the Crow family. Thanks for joining us on today's live stream. I do have my partner on the channel, Blacksea, with me. Blacksea, how you doing today, my brother?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Got lots of super exciting news to tell you about.
Lots of great stuff to talk about. Super excited to get into it. Yeah, I mean, big giveaway, Blacksea. I know you're digging it. We're gonna talk a little bit about it on the channel. We're so excited, guys. If you hadn't heard already, go ahead, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel because we're giving away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin when we hit 10,000 subscribers in the channel. And guys, I want to show you this right here. We are currently already at 6,000 subscribers on the channel. So in 4,000 more subscribers, we're giving away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. But even crazier, folks, and super exciting to announce this, we are officially giving away a loaded lion number 1,583 when we hit 25K subscribers. And yes, folks, there will be more giveaways coming in the future for the crypto community. All you got to do is check us out on Twitter at _crypto report. And follow the instructions on this tweet, and you will have a chance to win this lion. And shout out to all the members out there in the chat. If you do become a member on YouTube, you will get an additional 10 entries for this giveaway for every month you are a member on YouTube. So guys, take advantage, check it out, consider becoming a member if you want to. Check out the link in the description down below. It's real quick and easy to sign up that way. Blacksea, you excited about the giveaway?
Oh man, call us the Mr. Beast of crypto while you're at it, because we got lots and lots of giveaways coming, guys, and I'm super excited to give back to the community. They've been super nice to us, and it's been a great time spending time with the Crow fam, and I'm super excited to give back.
Absolutely. The Twitter chat has been going wild. I've been getting in some of these Twitter spaces lately. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But let's take a peek here at these charts. Let's see what's going on in the market to start the day. Glad to have everybody in the chat here with us. Thanks for joining, guys. General Scarborough Scotty. We got Kid Pro Crow. Good to see you. Let's go, Crow. Good to see you guys. Benny Blue Eyes, my friend. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Smash up the like button, guys, and subscribe. But let's check out the charts. So Bitcoin, a little bit lower today. Blacksea, I mean, why are we coming down? I mean, look, we were just at $17,000. We came down a little bit. We're coming back up a touch here. Do you think this has something to do with the end of the month? What do you think's going on? We didn't get a Santa rally. Where do you think we're headed?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. We're in a super data-driven market right now. And, what I'm really looking forward to here is this monthly close, but not only the monthly close, but the yearly close. We're definitely prepared for a volatile move. Now, whether that's the upside or the downside, time will tell. But I do see us trading sideways until that point comes to fruition. Because honestly, I mean, guys, we're in a bear market. We're just bouncing around in kind of no man's land, really, until we touch 14K or break above about the 20K mark. So, we just have to patiently wait for a volatile candle close.
Yep. I think I'm with you. I mean, we're trading sideways, but I do think we're going to have some volatility. I do think we're coiling for a move to end the month. But that being said, or to start the next month, but that being said, we could end up kind of coming back right into the same ribbon and trading sideways. I just think, typically we're going to see some volatility. So if you guys are currently in any leveraged positions, buyers and sellers with high leverage, beware. But if you guys want to take advantage of the volatility, it could be a good time. It's risky, but it could be a good time to trade. If you want to open up a trade, sign up in the link in the description down below. An $8,000 sign up bonus for BitGet if you guys are into leverage trading. Details on BitGet, check that out, and $600 when you sign up for Binance as well down below. But looking at the rest of these markets and what's going on right now, you do have everybody's kind of down a little bit. Ethereum, $1,200, which is decent. I'm glad it's not in the $1,100 range right now. Binance Coin still hanging on to just under $250. And of course, CRO Coin sitting at number 28 at just under 6 cents. It was above 6 cents earlier today, and CRONOS is looking strong. And I'll tell you, man, this community is spectacular. And I guess I'm going to shout out at Alpha Island Thunder. Been joining his Twitter space. Guys, there's a lot of great Twitter spaces out there. If you're not on Twitter, besides the giveaways, there's a lot of great reasons to be on Twitter. You can see the energy. You can see what's trending. You can see the community behind NFT projects, behind coins that you like. And I've been listening in and talking a little bit on Alpha's Twitter space here, and learned quite a bit so far. And there's a lot of Twitter spaces out there, so I'll be checking it out. Texas Hodl Crow is a big CRONOS Twitter guy as well, and he's been in these spaces. So Blacksea and I have been having fun kind of exploring the Twitter spaces. I do think that they're getting more popular, Blacksea. Are you seeing that as well? Have you been enjoying these like I have?
Yeah, you'd be surprised on what kind of alpha you can hear and get from some of these Twitter spaces. You can honestly get some one-on-one time with some founders of certain projects, and it's pretty interesting. You can actually pick their brain one-on-one if you're in the right place at the right time. So it's pretty beneficial, and it's actually pretty interesting that we can just hop into these spaces and talk with people.
It's super cool, and there's even been devs in that Twitter space, which has been really cool to listen to, just to kind of hear from experienced devs to brand new ones. And the one thing I like about that space is they've been very, very inviting to me and you and any devs that come in and they want to bring in new people. And not just on that Twitter space, but in the Crow family overall, they are just the friendliest people. I mean, I have not experienced anybody with bad blood or bad intentions or jealousy or an ego. I've just seen embracing, warm, welcoming arms from everybody in the community. And it's just good. You get what you give, and the community is in a good place. I was a little worried after the land sale. The Lions were panicking. The fears are calmed. The calm is here. It's a good thing to see that the community seems to have the memory of a goldfish. And that's a very positive thing, because goldfish are happy. You don't want to hang on to all the crises, all the bad things in life, right? You got to forget, you got to move on, move forward, build, get better. And I just love to see it. This Crow fam is stronger than ever right now. But yet, the FUD is still here, and it's just driving me nuts. Blacksea, I'm on a verge of going on another rant about this. I mean, I've seen so many photos of CZ standing next to Sam Bankman-Fried. It's like they're just trying to drag CZ down in the mud with this criminal that is Sam Bankman-Fried, who's currently, by the way, had a $250 million bail. People were alleging that his parents paid the bail. That's what we thought it was. Turns out they put up their house as collateral if he fled the country. So in other words, the biggest bail in the history of American courts, okay? The biggest bail in the history of American courts, Sam Bankman-Fried did not have to pay a dime, of this $250 million bail, because his parents, mind you, not him, put their house up as collateral, which they're not even going to have to sell unless he makes a bad decision, which we'll see what happens. But I don't know if you heard that one, Blacksea, but what are your thoughts on that? I mean, I couldn't believe that when I found that out.
Let me go get my tinfoil hat for a second here,
Uh-oh, the tinfoil.
Okay, I got it. They're just trying to group them all together, with this bad guy, they're trying to group together Binance, trying to group together all these other exchanges and be like, oh, they're just, especially Crow as well, crypto.com saying, oh, they're just like FTX guys. Crypto's bad. Guys, I really believe that they're trying to take down the crypto market right now. They're kicking us while we're down. They're trying to, I don't know if they're really trying to buy in. I mean, there's definitely some biggest institutional money that wants to be a part of this. But I think that they're definitely trying to push for CBDCs. And this is the path that they see is the appropriate path for them to get to their goal. And, honestly, I think they're going to fail. I think that we'll get CBDCs, but I do think that crypto will survive. You cannot kill Bitcoin, guys. It's immortal.
No. You can't kill Bitcoin. It is, in fact, immortal. I love that. I love it. Tinfoil hat on, ready to go. But, dude, it's just not, it is not a tinfoil hat situation, in my opinion. It's more obvious than ever before. But Good news for the Crow fam and CRONOS folks. Who don't you see up in this photo, right? They're just going after Binance and CZ, which almost gives me hope that maybe the U.S. has some kind of back workings deal with Crypto.com. Maybe they're just not getting attacked right now. You see them sponsored on CNBC all the time, which is really cool to see. We see all the partnerships and the marketing deals that Crypto.com has. But what's interesting is this lobbying deal with Binance is coming. So, like you said, I think Bitcoin, they're going to fail if they try to ban it. And you've even seen the language change from the DOJ investigating Binance and thinking about banning Bitcoin to, well, maybe they can't because it's just going to go overseas and it's a risk to not bring it in, to, Mark Cuban flip-flopping, which we're going to talk again in a second here. But they can't get away with it. And here's something I want to share with you guys. Look, whether politicians currently talking tough about the latest crypto crisis agree or not on the matter, crypto isn't dead, or at least crypto that exists outside of a particular 3-letter centralized crypto exchange isn't dead. So at least they say this, but it's just sickening that they put, CZ right next to that. Now they talk a little bit about.
You got to point out that it says yet at the end of that.
Yep.
Isn't dead yet. It's hilarious.
Yep. You know what? I just glanced over that. That's a great point. Yet, it's just unbelievable. It's clickbait, guys, and that's how it works, right? They're clicking to scare you, fire in the background, and we're familiar with fire in the background, Blacksea, but they're saying, crypto isn't dead yet, implying that, hey, it could die. And, this is a crypto publication. That's the crazy thing. But, somebody with money controls these things. So it's just interesting to see they're still kind of throwing these digs at Binance. But what if these crypto exchanges did, fall? What if they did? Would we have an issue? Would it be over? Well, here's some good news for anybody out there panicking. And don't panic, guys. This is the time to buy when the fear's out there, when the blood's in the streets. This is the DCing opportunity I see you guys talking about in the chat. Exactly right. But here's some news for you. Consider Uniswap's recent fiat on-ramp. Now, when you head over to the decentralized exchange, Uniswap, you can select to use a bank transfer, credit, or debit card to buy crypto now. Once bought, the crypto is sent directly to a non-custodial wallet of your choice, be that a Ledger hardware solution or your browser wallet. Blacksea, you feeling good about this?
I really am. I really am actually thinking that this is kind of a pivotal point, really, because the hardest part about crypto is the on-ramp and the off-ramp. How do you get your money from the bank into Bitcoin or into crypto? Well, you got to go through a centralized exchange, and they can take your money, lose your money, use your user funds illegally like FTX, cough, or, just finagle around. And you know what? To see some form of decentralized on-ramp for crypto will be absolutely massive for cryptocurrency. I can't wait to see what they come up with here.
I couldn't agree more. I just only hope one thing, and there's only one thing that spooks me about this, and it's like, okay, well, this is a great solution to if the centralized exchanges, if they box us out of the centralized exchanges, well, at least we can buy it with our bank, our credit, our debit card through Uniswap. Well, I don't know about you guys out in the chat, but I bank with Chase, unfortunately. And I say unfortunately because when I go onto the crypto.com app and I try to use my debit card or my credit card to buy crypto, to buy an NFT, it does not let me. I'm not allowed to. Blacksea, I know you've had the same issue. Now, here's the strange thing, is that you can use a bank transfer on crypto.com. But here's kind of a question I'm going to throw at you, Blacksea, is there's a strong possibility that a Chase Bank could even say, you know what? I'm not going to let you do your bank transfer over there because we don't trust that party, just like they're boxing me out with my credit or debit card. What do you think about that?
I think that that's a definite possibility. Talk about overreaching banking arms, and that's what that is, and I think that that's I don't think that's possible. I think that that's what they would do. I really think that that's what they would do, because honestly, where I think this entire ecosystem is kind of starting to grow into is if they can't kill it, if they can't kill crypto, then the next step is going to be, yeah, well, if you want to buy it, you're going to buy it through the company that we invested in so that we get more of you.
Yep. Yep. Hey, if I have to, I'm going to go to Bitcoin ATMs if I have to. And those aren't even a good deal. I'll do anything I can if they try to box me out. And I know the rest of the community will too. But the battle here is with the banks. The banks, could they try to box you out of this? They certainly do already. FGRM, I think I saw you in the chat saying that your bank didn't let you do that. Your pen fed Visa card. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. They said they're not blocking the transaction, but I bet you they are because Chase Bank, I called them. They said they're not blocking the transaction. They told me to try it again. And then eventually they looked into it and they were like, oh, sorry, actually, you can't actually buy digital art or, crypto on your card. They tell us what we can and cannot buy. It's my money. I want my money, and they hold this money and on our behalf. Let's get our Ledger wallets, guys. Let's get our wallets, our keys, our wallets. Cold storage is a great solution, and so is staking. And by the way, I have staking in our title here today because we will be talking about how to stake your CRO coins. I see there's a little bit of demand out there for people wanting to see exactly how to stake CRO coins, and I'll do that in an empty wallet here. I'm going to show you guys at the end of this video, so stick around. If you guys are just joining us, make sure you guys go on Twitter, retweet this out, share the stream, folks. We did put our Loaded Lion giveaway in the chat. It is pinned in the chat, so check that out as well and smash up the like. But let's get into the next story here. Mark Cuban. Woo! That one will get you heated up. Mark Cuban, last week, I was complaining about Mark Cuban. Why? Because Mark Cuban came out and he said that Bitcoin is trash and crypto is trash and 99% of them are garbage, and that he hated it again. And this comes right after a bull season in crypto that we had last year where he was more bullish on crypto than anybody. He was going around from station to station, from newscast to newscast, from YouTuber to YouTuber, talking about how all into crypto he is. Then he's against it last week. And now this week he goes on Bill Maher's podcast, who is a comedian, talk show host guy, political guy, a lot of political opinions, this guy. And they start having a conversation, started talking about gold. And Mark Cuban, I watched the video. He asks Bill Maher, Bill, do you own any gold? And he's like, I do. And he's like, well, if you do, you're dumb as this. And he uses this verbiage here, and he goes out and he says this about anybody that holds gold. Now, first of all, let me be very clear. I like Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin way more than gold, okay? But gold is great too, okay? So it's a very strange opinion for him to just be bashing gold. I think gold is cool. It's a great store of value. But I understand what he's trying to get at. I think he took a little bit of a silly way to get to the point, but he's arguing that basically Bitcoin is better than gold, and it is similar because he asked Bill Maher, do you hold your gold? Do you hold your own gold? The answer is no, because most people that own gold, a lot of gold, they have it in a safe somewhere in a safety deposit box, maybe in Switzerland, here or there. So then he goes and he brings the point, well, you can hold your Bitcoin and it doesn't weigh anything and you can store as much of it you want. It's a great point. So I'm glad to have him on our side, but I just think he still is just like a caveman with this stuff. Blacksea, I mean, you see what I'm seeing here with Mark?
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, like at this point, like he has to be in on this joke. Like he has to be like trolling by being like 1 week, guys, Bitcoin is terrible. And then the next week being like, guys, everybody should own Bitcoin. If you don't own Bitcoin, you're toast. Literally every other week, just going back and forth, he's kind of playing just the game, and to me, when I see this, he's just trying to influence the market, talk about like insider trading and all that and whatnot, but like, you know that he owns it. He owns crypto. That he's trying to make money off of every word that he's saying about it. He's not just saying it to say it. Like, come on, guys. Like, I don't know. It's pretty mind-boggling and basically just disgusting that he does this and gets away with it,
He
And
does.
it's just nuts.
He does. And you know what? Kevin O'Leary's the same. I mean, you're talking about insider trading. Yeah, Kevin O'Leary came out in these two sharks. And that's what gets me. Like, these guys are like public figures. Like, people look up to them. They're TV stars. I love Mark Cuban. I love him. I love Kevin, Mr. Wonderful. I love him. Like, they're sharks. Like, it's in the title, it's in the show. And then you look at the way that they act out in the open markets and the way that they speak about these assets. They flip-flop. They're flip-floppers. That's what they do. They chase money, they chase potential, and they don't care who they knock down along the way. And that's just how this thing is. And this is how this goes. It's immature, or maybe it's genius. But if it's genius, then it's evil genius. And frankly, look, we talk a lot about how awesome the crypto.com community is. This is the opposite of that. These guys are malicious. These guys are in it for themselves, and they're in it for people that are like them. And it's not something that fits into this community. So, hey, I'm glad to see he's defending Bitcoin, but stay out of our way, Mark Cuban.
Let's check up on this next week and see if he's still defending Bitcoin.
He'll flip. In the meantime, Peter Schiff, who is, if you guys don't know who Peter Schiff is, I recommend you follow him on Twitter because he's entertaining. He is the biggest Bitcoin bear. And I figured it out, Blacksea. I'm going to give you my theory here on why he hates Bitcoin so much. I think the answer is really because he loves it, and I'll tell you why in a second. After Bitcoin, Peter Schiff says, crashes, I hope Mark Cuban, responding to Mark Cuban's comment on Bill Maher, I hope Mark Cuban does not buy more as he told Bill Maher he would. It'll give others an opportunity to sell. And, of course, Peter Schiff doesn't want you to have an opportunity to sell. He wants you to lose all your money because that's the kind of guy that Peter Schiff is. His lack of understanding of Bitcoin is only exceeded by his lack of understanding of gold. He proves that you don't have to understand money to make it. So he's saying that Mark Cuban doesn't understand money. Mark Cuban is a millionaire. I think he might even be a billionaire. And I'm not gonna say this for a fact, but he probably has as much money as Peter Schiff, if not more. Coin flip on that one, Blacksea. What do you think?
I think they're probably about close to the same, but I do know that Mark Cuban's a billionaire.
Well, Mark Cuban's a billionaire. I don't know if Peter Schiff is. He might be. Hey, he is a big name, but he sure is entertaining. I'll tell you that. Look, what a ridiculous statement. He's saying that he doesn't have an understanding of money to make. Mark Cuban, whether he's good or bad for crypto, he clearly has an understanding of money. He owns the Mavericks. He owns a lot of things. He's a shark on the Shark Tank. He understands money. Do I like what he does with it? No. But does he understand it? Certainly. This is a dumb statement. I'm just going to pick this apart if you guys don't mind. I'm just going to pick it apart. Another statement, his lack of understanding of Bitcoin is only exceeded by his lack of understanding of gold. Am I missing something here? Can somebody tell me in the chat if I'm missing something here? Is there something complicated about gold? Yeah, been around for thousands of years, many thousands of years. It's a store of value. It's used for electronics. It's used for jewelry. It's got a history. Great. I understand it. Everybody understands gold. Again, this is a silly statement. But you know what? Here's the story. I'm trying to figure out why would he make such dumb statements. It's to get people like me and people on Twitter angry and to tweet back at him and to talk to him and to give him attraction and to give him a following on Twitter and on social media and go on to news to debate with people because Bitcoin is the future and he knows it and he decides to go against it. Why? Because everybody loves to talk about the hater and it's exactly what we're doing right now. And I think it is fun, but what I'm telling you guys is I think that Peter Schiff knows that it's here to stay, which is why he chooses to attack it because he wants to talk to people. Look, 10 hours ago, he responded to this Roland guy, 123 followers. Hey, you want to get tweeted back from a guy with 897K followers on Twitter? All you got to do is tweet at Peter Schiff and you have 123 followers. He might tweet back at you and you might gain a bunch of views. I mean, look at this. So I think that this is what the ploy is. Blacksea, am I crazy? Am I putting on the tinfoil hat now, or am I
I honestly think you're totally onto it, and I think that he probably has a blast doing it. But, there's something in this tweet that I want to say is, you know what he doesn't understand about gold? is that you won't make generational wealth off of gold.
No.
Period. Period. It is paper traded to death on the traditional market. If I were to buy 1 billion shares of a gold fund, the price might not even move, because guess what? It's all paper gold. It's not real gold. I couldn't go and exchange my paper gold for real gold. I couldn't do it. But you know what? I will go out and say it, guys. You know what can make you rich? Cryptocurrency.
It can. And hey, even if there was volatility in gold, it's not even close to the volatility you get in crypto. I'm totally with you. It ain't going to be generational wealth. Sure, you can make some money in gold. Sure, gold's a good investment. I like gold, but I much prefer Bitcoin because A, it's safer. If you want to steal it from me, you got to pry information out of my brain about what my seed phrase is, right? You got to know what my seed phrase is. If you want to steal my gold, you could break into my safe and steal it. That's that simple, you know? So, hey, I'd be excited if Bitcoin, in fact, does pass gold one day. Folks, think about this. Bitcoin has gold has an $11 trillion market cap. Bitcoin's got just over a $300 billion market cap. That's a lot of upside. 40x plus, I think, for Bitcoin from here. So, generational wealth. There's your opportunity, guys. Buy the dip. Don't believe the FUD. And this one, Blacksea, walk us through this. Give us your thoughts on this one. I saw this tweet today. I know you got some thoughts on this one.
Yeah, it's just really interesting. I mean, when you really start to think about like time and amount of years, and guys, we talk about buying Bitcoin and then in 10 years, you buy Bitcoin, forget about it for 10 years. I mean, that's Bitcoin, guys. If you buy crypto.com in 5 years, just think about the future of it. Just think about the future. I mean, 20 years ago, all these main things, these main tech brands, these main brands that we use, the iPhone, all these apps, were non-existent, guys. And now they basically rule the world. It's absurd. And all I'm saying is, just wait, guys. We are in the infancy stage of cryptocurrency, infancy stage of crypto.com, pre-infancy stage of NFTs, guys. Guys, we are early.
Guys, all these things did not exist on Christmas 20 years ago. The iPhone. Do you go anywhere, or let's pretend it's an Android, whatever it is, iPhone, your phone, your smartphone. Do you go anywhere on earth without it? And if you do you feel comfortable? The answer is no. Everybody's got their iPhone stapled to their side. A lot of people like Facebook, not me personally. I know everybody here loves YouTube. You don't go anywhere without it. It didn't even exist, and it's still getting better, and they're doing more and more and more. Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin is so new. We talk about it taking the market cap of gold at 40xing plus. Guys, what you don't see on this list is CRO Coin. What you don't see on this list is Binance. What you don't see on this list is something that doesn't even exist yet. And Bitcoin is the start of it all. We're going into the Web3, guys. We're getting into the Metaverse. We're getting into a whole new time. You would have never thought back 20 years ago that an iPhone, people would do as many things as they do. Pay for your groceries with Apple Pay at the grocery store on your iPhone. Nobody would have ever thought that was going to be a thing. People didn't even understand credit cards back in the day. We're going to go so far with this thing. People that didn't believe Tesla when it first started. People that didn't believe, TikTok. I don't like TikTok, but hey, you cannot ignore it. We post on TikTok every single day for you guys, by the way. If you guys want to follow us on TikTok, we post content there. Why? Because people use it, and it is a great platform to get content out, whether you like the content or not, right? Not everything's for everybody. But all these things, guys, this is all new technology, and they're growing. And like you said, Blacksea, exactly right. They rule the world, and Bitcoin is on the list here, and it will be an integral part of the world. I know the government ain't going to ban this stuff because they're so excited to tax it because they know it's coming. They know it's unstoppable, which is why they tried to stop it or at least scare people until they figured out how to regulate it and get their share is what I think. But really interesting tweet I wanted to share with you guys here. I know you guys like Bitcoin quite a bit. I do too. I do too, for the record. But here's a big one I want to share with you guys. Fidelity is now going to get into more into crypto because, guys, yes, they did talk a lot about offering crypto to their clientele, but NFT trading now and getting into the metaverse. Looking at a tweet from somebody over here on Twitter showing Fidelity has plans for the metaverse. Guys, this is absolutely huge. This is pretty exciting. We've been talking a lot about institutions and a huge inflow of institutions coming into crypto and how that could change crypto and get it to that, flipping goal. Could it flip goal? Well, I think it's going to take institutions like Fidelity to get involved. BlackRock's talked a lot about crypto. They believe in blockchain technology very, very much so. So this is great to see, guys. And we're going to see more of these guys start to come over. Charles Schwab's a little more old school. I'm sure they'll flip. They'll get into crypto a little bit more. But Fidelity is trying to lead the way. Who do you think's next, Blacksea?
I don't know if the conversation is really about who's next, but I think that Fidelity is incredible to see them actually doing this. I think some of these bigger institutions are starting to realize, hey guys, maybe we should stop flooding this stuff and maybe actually become a part of this, because if we don't and another big institution does, they may consume us. They may buy us out. They may get so far ahead that it will put us out of business and nobody will want to use our platform. Nobody will want us to invest their money because we missed this.
Yep. Guys, a lot is happening. We'll keep you posted with it every single day here on the Crypto Report. I see we got a couple homies in the chat. Slaymaven, good to see you. Slaymaven, got Nazar in there as well. Barry, good to see you with the Bitcoin. I know you like it. Benny Blue Eyes. If you guys do have any questions, please put them in the chat. Feel free to leave a super chat as well for us. We appreciate all the support on the channel. If you guys didn't see already, I announced earlier we are doing a Bitcoin Bitcoin giveaway, $1,000 worth of Bitcoin when we hit 10,000 subscribers, and now a loaded lion when we hit 25,000 subscribers on the channel. Slay Maven, let's go Crow, smashing it up with the emojis. Love to see that, guys. If you want to become a member, in the link in the description down below, you can become a member. Check it out, and you will get an increased chance, extra 10 entries for every single month you're a member for this loaded lion giveaway. So check that out, guys. But we will be talking about more things, Crow, here. I just want to show you guys a couple thoughts. I got some tweets out here today. This one cracked me up. I just want to share this one with the community, because you talk about all these people out in the market. It's unbelievable. They say, oh, crypto is so volatile. Crypto is terrible. It's bad for you. Everybody's investing. People are calling people invest in cryptos and create cryptos cretins now, But what if, what if I had traditional stocks? What if I had Microsoft, Tesla, Netflix, Google, Etsy, Meta, Amazon, Snapchat, Nvidia? What if I had one of these? How would that have gone for me? Well, you see right here. Look at this meme. I mean, this cracks me up. This is a great point. I didn't even talk about this on the channel. I don't know why. We should have been talking about this the entire time. If you were buying a regular stock, people are like, oh, this crypto bear market's so bad. Well, what about Nvidia? What about Microsoft? What about Tesla? Tesla's even worse than that right now. Tesla's having a real bad time right now.
I want to say that, I don't know when this meme was made, but all these numbers are way lower than this as well.
Yep.
Nvidia's down way higher. Tesla had an absolutely brutal day today. I think it's down over 60% on the year. These are conservative numbers.
Oh my gosh. You're right. These are totally, I can tell you Tesla is down over 60% right now, I think. It's crazy what's going on with Tesla, and it's a great company. But look, it's crazy. Even though people love it, people are cheering on this crash and hey, it needs a breather. And I'll tell you this, guys, not financial advice, but I look at these numbers and I go, anytime I see red, it doesn't matter if it's crypto or the regular market, I see red and I go, wow, what an opportunity. Now, be careful, guys, because there's clearly more downside, and Tesla's clearly going through some kind of bubble pop. When I'm not saying it was a bubble and that it's dead and it's gone, and just like people FUD that crypto's dead. Look, I think it's retracing. It's going to hit a bottom. It's in a bear market. We see bear markets in crypto. We see bear markets in traditional stocks, but this is something very substantial. I don't think we've seen this big a tech sell-off in decades, really. So this is very substantial and probably a tremendous buying opportunity for people in the traditional market. But I wanted to show this to you guys because it's such a funny thing. People complain about Bitcoin being volatile. Meanwhile, look at all these tech stocks. It's just so obvious that people are ignoring so many things with the only intent to FUD Bitcoin because they have an agenda. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Let's go, Crow. I see you're hyped about the Loaded Lion giveaway. Yeah, we are too, guys. It's really exciting. I think that CRONOS is going to be huge. I mean, we talk about these tech stocks being a great opportunity and all this because, Bitcoin volatility. But hey, crypto's in a bear market too. Crow's in a bear market right now. It's so cheap right now. And hey, if you guys are into the Loaded Lions and you're into the crypto.com land, the Loaded Lions will give you in-game benefits. So I think it's a really cool thing to be able to offer that to the community right now. Blacksea and I are so excited about it. We may even be giving away some more NFTs. Maybe not a line, maybe we'll see. I don't know what it is. We're going to start one thing at a time, but more giveaways to come, guys. That's for sure along the way. Our goal is to give back to the community in two ways. One, we'll give you more information. We'll answer your questions. We'll give you guys back. And any feedback you give us, we'll give back. We will respond. Two, we want to give back fiscally to the community. We want to do giveaways and keep giving back because we want to grow this community. We want to share the love. I was talking to a friend that's in the Discord, and he recently joined the Discord for the Loaded Lions, and some friendly stranger gave him a NFT. I can't remember which NFT it was, but gave him an NFT and for free and said, put it as your profile picture. I noticed you didn't have a profile picture. Super nice. And the only string that was attached to it is he expected that one day my friend down the road passes it to another stranger so that they could enjoy it as well. And I just think that is the message we have going on with the Crow fam. It's about giving back. It's about camaraderie. It's about bringing it together in this Twitter space that I've been a part of lately as well. And I'm going to get involved with a lot of Twitter spaces. I'm really enjoying that a lot. You got the same thing. You got camaraderie. We were talking today. We got to bring the Discord. We got to bring the Twitter. We got to bring the YouTubers, the everything together. One united front, right? And I'm not just talking about CRO Coin, guys. Obviously, the Crow army, we want that to be strong. The Crow fam, let's bring them together. But let's bring it all together, guys. Let's not FUD Binance, right? Let's make sure we keep our crypto exchanges alive, healthy, and well, as long as they're doing it right. SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, you got FTX. Bye-bye. We're done with them. But others that are good actors, we like them. I know it. I mean, Blacksea, you're on Twitter. You see what I see.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think at the end of the day, the most important thing right now is that we, come together, really, and just spread knowledge. When there's a newcomer, we don't want to scare them off, or we want to greet them with open arms and tell them about the communities, tell them about crypto and the technology and why it's important to be a part of this and why the future of this is so bright. Yep.
Nazar's got a question here I wanted to answer for you. Question: if Crow is treated as a security, what do you think the impact on the price would be? That is a great question, Nazar. Now, I have seen some people talking about how the way that the company is using the CRO Coin, could it be a security? Could the SEC treat it as a security? I don't really have the answer to that. I mean, yes and no. I mean, certainly they could. They could do it, but will they? I don't know. Now, if they did, how would that impact the price of Crow? Well, it depends. I mean, are they going to go public? Because if they went public, I think they could kind of figure their way around it and figure it out. And I think
I'd like to chime in here, actually.
Sure. So I think that could go well. But on the other side, if they did call it a security and they were resistant of this, then it could cause a little bit of a sell-off. But I still think it's here to stay. Blacksea, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that honestly, when it comes to it being a security, guys, like what Crypto Kip said, if they can't, if crypto.com doesn't go public, it doesn't matter. I mean, there's all this talk about, XRP is a security, guys, and even though it was proven that it wasn't, all they can really do is take it off of the exchanges, okay? But guess what? Crypto.com has its own exchange. And on top of that, guys, they can't, I know it sounds bad, but they can't enforce it. They can't enforce it at all. They don't, this argument is, it's empty. It's an empty argument. They can't do anything about it.
They've clearly proven that they don't have control, which is why they're kicking and screaming right now. That's why they're kicking and screaming. What do you do when you lose control? You kick and you scream and you try to get out, and that's what they're doing. I mean, I saw Benny Blue Eyes had a great point here earlier. He said it's the old school legacy system. Basically, they shout out and they say, Hey, it's, oh yeah, strategy is talk mad, talk trash, talk mad trash, and then buy your face off. Yes, that's exactly what they do. And I think that's kind of what this whole SEC threats, the DOJ threats are. But hey, regardless, they call it a security. We're here to stay. They don't call it a security. We're here to stay. It's here to stay, guys. They're not going to do away with crypto. It's not possible. They don't have control. They're kicking and screaming.
Yeah, what are they going to do? Just get rid of the internet? Think about when the internet was just coming to fruition and people were starting to just talk about whatever they want. And what are they going to do? Say, guys, sorry, we're getting rid of that. I mean, it's too late. I really believe it's too late. But I will say, I would like to bring up a little bit of a bearish thought that I've been having.
Yeah.
And, Russia comes out and says that they want to go forward with cryptocurrency. And, I see that as a potential point for the Western world to have, I mean, it's kind of opening up a soft spot for crypto to be attacked. But now, will crypto be banned just because Russia opens up and says they want to be more part of crypto? I mean, they might try, but there's going to be other countries that are not going to be having that.
I have the answer. I figured it out. I got it. No, they're not going to ban it. No, if they do that, Blacksea, my brother, if they do that, you think about it, it's a good point. I understand why you're saying that, but then immediately my thought goes to this, and I know you agree with me here. Let's say Russia does move forward and it becomes a huge thing for them and they want to adopt cryptocurrency and they start getting into crypto in a huge way. Can we actually destroy Bitcoin? No, you can't kill it. It's here. It is unstoppable. So if you can't beat them, join them. They're going to join them and it's going to be a battle of what? How much Bitcoin can I buy? If they do that, then sure, there might be a lot more volatility. They might try to play some whale games and try to bully each other. And I'm sure there's going to be some retail traders that get caught in those waves, which is why we got to be careful. We got to DCA. We got to hold on. We got to take profit when the price is up. We got to accumulate when it's down, right? But I think that if they truly adopt it, whether they're a good actor or not, whether Russia's good or bad, and clearly they're engaging in a war, they're not good right now, I think that if they choose to adopt it, America's got to retaliate. How are they going to retaliate? Not by trying to crush crypto because they're already trying to do it. They can't. By adopting crypto, by having more, by having a bigger bag, being a bigger whale, right? And we can. Yeah. We have more money. Russia's running out of money. They're desperate. They're trying to get more. So how can we kill them? How can we, financially burden them, not kill them, but how can we financially, fight that fight and make sure they don't become a stronger world power on the world stage and help fuel the war? Well, we can beat them financially,
I like to say about that, I think that the Western world has missed the boat when it comes to banning crypto. And if they really try to, this is like the first time in all of the previous cycles that I've been through that I've actually seen some articles with the headlines along the lines of, oh, maybe the SEC is talking about maybe banning cryptos. This is the first time I've seen it out of all the bear markets that I've been through. But I mean, that's been like a conversational piece that say like, oh, people would say, oh, well, what if they just ban crypto? Then what? Yep. But this is the first time I've actually seen talks and articles being written about that. And on top of that, I will say, to bring back to the beginning of this point, is that I think they missed the boat. If they're trying to ban crypto now, it's too late, guys. I mean, if you got Russia buying and getting heavy into crypto, and if we try to take the stance of like, oh no, we're banning it, like you have it all, we're going to get positioned into a very, very, very dangerous place.
Yep. Very dangerous. There's no way they can do it. I mean, they're going to have to join. And Benny Blue Eyes, great point. I see in the chat. Slay Maven, preach, Benny, preach. Yep. Trillions of future value will move overseas. The U.S. government will not let that tax haven go overseas. They want that money. Amen, Benny Blue Eyes. That's exactly right. And if it comes between you and another world power having it, you're going to want it. You're going to want it as that world power. General Scarborough or the USA will have a programmable central bank currency in the year 2024. 2025. You know what? Very well may be, to be honest with you. I don't think we can stop the CBDC. I think there is a way for these to come out and live in, peace and harmony with cryptos, but clearly the banks want to have their own piece of the game, and so let them do what they're going to do. Meanwhile, you and me, General, me and you and Benny Blue Eyes, Kid Pro Co, Slay Maven, Blacksea, we're going to take our crypto army and we're just going to keep moving on and do what we do, and they can have fun with their CBDCs. Meanwhile, we'll hold our own custody. Eventually, I can't wait to go away from Chase Bank and all these banks that don't let me buy my NFT with my debit card. I can't wait for the day where somewhere, somehow, kind of like the crypto.com app does, you have a Visa card wallet where I can spend my Visa card and buy an NFT without a problem. Now, I know there's some banks out there that do that, but I want more folks, more people that if I want to trust them with the custody of money, I have freedom to do whatever I want with it, because we don't have that today. I'm on the verge of a rant, guys. I got to pivot. I'm going to pivot to the next thing. Blacksea, I'm going to put you on the spot. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, Blacksea, the question of the day. Now, I have this one in the title for this video because I got to talk about this. I love what you did with the DeGod. I thought it was genius, and it's clearly working out for you right now. The DeGods are very, very cool. And here's the story, folks. So we actually see in the headlines right now that these really cool DeGods, guys, are actually the largest NFT on the Solana ecosystem. When you go to Magic Eden and you look at the NFT store, this is the number one. And as of yesterday or a day or so ago, maybe a couple days now, they decided officially, the creators of the DeGods project, the biggest project in Solana, they're moving away and they're moving over to Ethereum, which is so crazy. Now, why? Well, I think they're doing that because of the threat for Solana. Solana is tied to FTX in some ways, and unfortunately, the people that pumped it, the people that dumped it, the people that really had a lot of money in this, some of these institutions, some of the backers, people associated with FTX, really, they pose a threat to the Solana ecosystem, according to the DeGods team, and they are taking action. They're moving to Ethereum. Now, Blacksea, I'm putting you on the spot. How are you feeling? And can you explain to us the Utes thing as well? Can you kind of walk us through how you see this playing out? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? What is the risk? What's the reward?
Yeah, of course. I've been diving really deep into the Solana ecosystem, and I have a DeGods because I really believe in safe bets, and I think that they were the number one. They still are the number one NFT on the Solana chain, and DeGods also created Utes. Okay, Utes is getting bridged to Polygon, and DeGods are being bridged to Ethereum. Maybe not even bridged, but migrating to Ethereum. Okay, am I bullish on it? Yes, 100% bullish on DeGods moving to Ethereum. Am I bullish on Utes moving to Polygon? To be quite honest with you, I was never a big fan of Utes. And Polygon, I'll be honest, the NFT ecosystem on Polygon is kind of non-existent, to be quite frank. But I will say, when it comes to DeGods, I'm super bullish on it moving to Ethereum. Guys, there's a saying in the NFT ecosystem and marketplace. People say Ethereum money. Guys, there are 100 times the value. There's 100 times the value of the Solana NFT ecosystem inside the Ethereum ecosystem. Now, am I bullish on them once they reach Ethereum? As of right now, the floor price of the DeGods have risen significantly.
Yep.
I think we're at about a 500 Solana floor, and when this announcement was released, we were originally at about, I think, something like 350 a week leading up into this announcement, which is quite incredible. And, it is quite controversial how this all played out, because a while back when the whole FTX debacle happened, Rank from DeGods came out and said, guys, so what? Do we move to Ethereum now? As a joke, and he got a ton of backlash. And fast forward to now, we actually are moving to Ethereum. It's quite comical, actually. But I do think that moving the DeGods to Ethereum opens up a lot of doors.
Yeah, no, I mean, it definitely does because first of all, you eliminate the risk that comes with Solana. There's definitely a risk with Solana right now. And I think it's a great project too. It's such a shame that the wrong players got involved with it. And I'm not saying that it's dead. A lot of people are speculating it's dead. It could die. It could die, I guess. I don't think die is the right word either. I think just have significantly less attraction from investors and not thrive as much, maybe potentially, right? Still not in concrete, but clearly DeGods is moving away, and so there is a brain drain, if you will. There is an exodus beginning from Solana for the NFT ecosystem, which leads me to some bullish thoughts that I'll get to for CRONOS in a minute. That being an opportunity for them to take some market share. Clearly, DeGods are moving to Ethereum, so that's bullish for Ethereum, which Ethereum's very bullish, period, because it's Ethereum. But now, Blacksea, I got to ask you this. Now, specifically, when the DeGods move over to, and this may be one thing, guys, and we agree on a lot, me and Blacksea. This may be one where we disagree a little bit, but I'm open to it. I don't know the future. We don't know the future. Nobody does. All you can do as a community is talk about it together and just go through some hypotheticals and try to figure out, well, what makes the most sense and what do I have to be cautious of? Because what are some other thoughts out there? But when DeGods do move to Ethereum, Blacksea, you say that could be bullish. I'm going to give you the thought that I had too. It's a little more bearish. I'm curious what your thought is on it. Given that the Ethereum ecosystem is its own ecosystem, and they've got their own NFTs, and you got your Bored Apes, you got all these big projects, your CryptoPunks, all these huge projects on that ecosystem. Do you think that they're going to welcome the DeGods with loving and warming arms, or do you think there's a chance that they box out this like competitor kind of into the space of, it's not built on Ethereum. It's not an Ethereum native project. So it's just not the same. I mean, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just thinking, well, it could be really bullish. Yeah, because now it's got a sure future, right? So that's really great. But on the other hand, they had to kind of abandon a ship, and they're swimming from one ship to another, and there's clearly sharks in the water, But what are your thoughts on that? Does that hold any fears for you? Do you have do you have an opinion there?
Yeah, I do. I think let's start off with two. You gave 2 points. I want to start off with the first one. Will the Ethereum ecosystem greet DeGods with open arms? I would like to say that the Ethereum NFT ecosystem is much more cold. It's a much larger ecosystem.
Really? I like, you mean cold as in not like, because like the CRONOS ecosystem seems super, super friendly. You can make friends with anybody in this ecosystem. You're saying not so much with Ethereum?
Well, it's just it's much, much larger. It's much larger. The smaller the ecosystem, the easier it is to be friendly and people know each other and a much tighter group of people. But
sure, kind of like a small town in a country versus a big city. People are a little more rude in the city, maybe just like a little more busy going on versus a small town.
Yeah. And so as for Solana is bigger than the loaded line community, okay? But the Ethereum community is 10x the size of Solana. However, as an investor of the DeGod platform, I will say this. You may buy an NFT because you like the art, but 90% of the people that buy NFTs are buying it to not only make money, but retain their value.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, DeGods has done things with their project that no other project on the Solana, the CRONOS, or even the Ethereum ecosystem has ever done. And they have created insane value for their DeGod investors. I won't call them DeGod holders because let's be frank here, guys. If you're buying an NFT, you're an investor, okay? And so this move to Ethereum will bring so much more money and value. I mean, there's these staking programs. Sure, DeGods are going to start playing with the quote-unquote big boys. Bored Ape Yacht Club is holding over $1 billion in treasuries, in their treasury, okay? DeGods has like, I think 15 million. Okay, that's peanuts to a billion.
Wow.
But I will say, I am definitely bullish on where they take this. Their goal is to keep the floor price going up. And to be frank with you guys, I'm being very frank with all these statements. Guys, the most important thing when it comes to NFTs is that they stay relevant and that the floor price keeps increasing. Because if the hype goes away and the floor price starts coming down, it's going to collapse.
In your experience, I know you're very active in the DeGod Discord. Is there optimism? Is there fear? What are the emotions you're seeing in that community right now?
Mainly, people are bullish on the DeGods to Ethereum. People are bearish on Utes to Polygon. The room to grow on both chains is very, very bullish. However, they're going to be basically starting from scratch with the Polygon community because the activity is extremely low. Yep. And I want to also talk about the whole Solana is dead thing.
Yeah, because, get in there.
Because when it comes down to it, I know you guys may say like, oh, like XRP, oh, Cardano. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. The seamless transactions on the Solana ecosystem, the NFTs, the volume of the NFTs, guys, the tech inside of Solana, it's really unmatched. It really is unmatched. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but the only other NFTs you really hear about are CRONOS NFTs and Ethereum. Ethereum and Solana, in my personal opinion, don't get me wrong, I'm very bullish on CRO, but in my personal opinion, it goes Ethereum, Solana, CRO. Polygon, brand new, and there are rumors that Polygon actually offered Frank from DeGods, who's the founder, $5 million to bring the Utes to the Polygon platform. And Polygon is doing a very good job at expanding their ecosystem by buying their way into mainstream companies like Starbucks.
Yep.
And Nike, I believe. There's lots of big name brands that they're buying their way into. Yep. And they bought Utes, and I think that's a very smart play on their end. However, I'm not into Utes because I'm more bullish on moving to Ethereum because that's where the big money's at.
Yep. No, I mean, that's a great take. It's going to be very interesting to watch this ride. As a Chronos lover, I think Solana's awesome. I mean, the ecosystem's fantastic. I've just got the fears about the FTX thing, as I think we all do, right? That's a reasonable thing to be fearful for, but there's something to be said about the strength of the community and the success of the projects. It's just a shame to see that it's getting contaminated with bad press, bad vibes from some dirty hands that may have been touching it. But hey, we'll watch it play out. We'll keep you guys up to date with it. We'll keep you guys up to date with Blacksea's moves on his DeGod. I think it's a good move for the record. I lean bullish on it more than bearish for DeGod specifically. Solana, I'm going to stay neutral on for now. I hope it survives. I hope it stays strong. We'll see about that. But DeGod's for certain, I feel good about. We'll see what happens with it. I mean, I think it's such a cool investment that you made. I think it's very cool. And no doubt the community is strong. Now, with the Chronos ecosystem, I think if Solana continues to have trouble, this is an opportunity for Chronos to take some market share. I mean, we did have, and I see you, General Scarborough, Scotty, asking about the Chronos lands. What about the Chronos lands? Well, I think it's huge. I think that crypto.com land is going to be absolutely massive. I mean, we saw these things sell out in less than 48 hours. Now, the floor prices on these things are falling down quite a bit. And when you look at some of the more elite plots of land here, you look at the most rare plot of land. Right now, the floor price on those is $3,900 for the blockchain. I myself did pick one up the other day for a higher price, which I'm fine with because I'm holding this for the long term. That's where I'm going to focus on building and playing in the game on my blockchain and probably selling the rest. But it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with this ecosystem. I mean, I definitely think NFTs and Metaverse are the next leg up here in crypto and gaming. And so we're trying to start looking into this a little bit more in the Chronos ecosystem and in some of the other ecosystems, just preparing for the next bull market. And I know a lot of folks out there still aren't super interested in it. But I see there is a growing appetite for it. And so I think that anybody that's getting involved in this space is an early adopter. You know, you talk about wish I bought Bitcoin in 2012, 2014, 2009. Well, I think that this is the opportunity, not necessarily the crypto.com land, but NFTs, land, metaverses in general, loaded lines, things like that. I think that these are the young infancy days, and I think that these things will be very, very valuable in the future. I mean, we see the push for it. We see that it's making headlines more than ever before. Donald Trump came out with an NFT line even. That's got to mean something that the mainstream is really starting to get into it. Well, I mean, Blacksea, this land sale is a little crazy. What do you think is going to happen with these prices from here? Do you have a take on what kind of price action you expect to see in the land at all?
Yeah, I want to comment on the fact of how you're saying we're in the infancy stage. I would say that buying NFTs and metaverse land right now is like buying Bitcoin in 2011. Like, I really think that it's that at that level. Now, buying what currency you're buying, there's lots of different lands to buy, and what will be successful, who knows? But
Yeah.
I do see a big promise. I mean, if you believe in crypto.com, then you should believe in crypto.com land. Like, straight up, that's my opinion on that. Like, the metaverse could go so many different ways. Technology compounds on itself. It doesn't just grow in a continuous linear line. It grows exponentially. First we had the internet, next we had a computer, now we have a computer in our pocket, now we have OpenAI. We're just starting to just build and build, and it will just compound on itself. And we talk about right now, it's like, oh, you're looking at a pixel on a screen saying that you own this piece of land. But guys, in 10 years, we could be walking around that land somehow with our minds. You never know. It's really crazy when you start to look down this rabbit hole of technology. And to be frank, crypto.com's land, super bullish on. Decentralized land and metaverse land, super bullish on. I think that's I think that's as you said, not the next leg up, but kind of like the next.
It's the playground of the future.
Exactly. It's like the next category after the blockchain.
Yep, I really do think so. Playground of the future for sure. It's the new Call of Duty game. It's the new, but you can make money while you play it potentially. So we're going to see how this launches. But, these molten caverns have been holding tremendously well on price. Really all these assets have. You've got a lot of volatility in the blockchains. A lot of volatility in the top ones and the blockchains, and then these dunes. If you guys aren't already a part of the Discord, I highly recommend you join the Loaded Lions Discord and check out what everybody is talking about when it comes to this land, because there's a lot to cover. And we will keep you up to date here at the Crypto Report. By the way, I see 51 viewers in the chat. If you guys would do me a favor and smash up the like button, it goes a long way in helping us, me and Blacksea, with the channel, in growing, in getting more information out to the community, and making sure that more people can enjoy this content and join the Crypto Report family. Shout out to Let's Go Crow for smashing up those emojis, and Slay Maven, our wonderful and only mod. So far, more to come, guys, but Slay Maven, you are a brother. We appreciate you greatly. Also, see, we do have Texas. Good to have you, Texas Crypto, in the chat. Glad to have you back, FGRM, as well. Got a lot of great folks here today, so love the community. Appreciate y'all. But looking here, I want to show you guys something in DeFi side, and we're gonna call it a day here soon. But looking at top chains, CRONOS is looking very strong right now. And one thing I want you guys to start looking at is, yes, it is ranked number 9 when it comes to total value locked up. But look at the projects on CRONOS and start to do some diving into this, because if the Metaverse and NFTs are in fact the future of crypto, like we are talking about here on the channel, and DeFi is coming into the picture, then you got to keep an eye on some of these projects. For example, one, Board Candy City is coming up out of nowhere. It's a newer project I'm seeing a lot of hype about. I actually bought my first Board Candy NFT yesterday, which I will share with you guys on our live stream on Thursday. Give you some suspense there. So tune in 5:30 Central Standard Time on Thursday. I'll tell you guys more about this project. I'm looking into it. It's a play to earn game. It's very interesting, and there may be more coming with NFTs and fun things you can do with that, which we'll talk about. But there's a lot of great projects. Finance was pretty great, had a little controversy lately, which we'll talk about in the future. But Tectonic and VVS are huge, huge, huge. But keep an eye on some of these, and as they start to climb up the ranks, look into them. Look into the top 20, the top 50 projects, and try to keep an eye on it, because if you guys are looking for 1000x opportunities, if you guys are looking for 200, 300, 400x opportunities, I do believe that these are the types of coins that you will see having a greatest chance at really success, because there's true value to these. There's actual use. You see how many people are getting involved in the CRONOS ecosystem. You see the growth. You see the excitement around the crypto.com land, and the Cyber Cubs, and a lot of these other projects like Board Candy, like the Boomers. Like, there's so many things out there, guys, that we have to look into more on the channel as well, and we'll be sharing with you along the way. But a couple I'm looking at. Notice this one popped up. Are you going to be looking at some of these, Blacksea? You think, if you do, let's say you do want to look at some of these, how many coins do you think you might buy, and how much money are you going to put in a percentage, of your portfolio, just for you? Not financial advice for anybody, but I'm curious, if you were to, would you be going big into these? Would you be going small? Would you avoid them altogether? What are your thoughts?
I think that there's definitely a lot of promise inside of these small cap coins, definitely, especially on the CRONOS ecosystem. The question is, when would I be buying? Let's say if you were to tell me right now to buy some of these coins, I definitely would do more research, look into them a little bit heavier. I wouldn't put more than about probably 1% of my portfolio into some of these coins right now, until we get a confirmation that we are headed on the way back up for Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I have no problem buying on the way down for my true conviction plays, like these much larger cap coins like Ethereum, Bitcoin, CRONOS. I have no problem doing that. But when it comes to these smaller coins, I really like to put my research in and wait for a bigger move on the macroeconomic scale.
Yeah. Now, when you say 1%, do you mean your worth, or are you talking about your crypto portfolio?
Oh, crypto portfolio, definitely.
For sure. And I totally agree with you. Yeah, I mean, and I'll even be a little more crazy. I like a little more risk. I'm a risky guy sometimes. I like to maybe even go up to 1 to 5%, right? I mean, but no more than 5% for me personally. I mean, even me being a risky guy, I just more than 5% is a little too risky. Now, I bought a little one of these Board Candy NFTs, cost me like $90, right? Okay, got one. I'm in. I'll look more into this, right? But not trying to spend thousands and thousands of dollars in some of these smaller projects. But I am looking to keep an eye out to throw a couple $100 here or there. Maybe, 2 to 5 projects. I don't want to over diversify either. So I'm going to do the research. I'm going to dig into these. And eventually, we will be giving you guys our personal favorites in the space. I will tell you that right now, Board Candy's catching my attention, but I got a lot more research to do, and they still have yet to launch a lot of their projects, which is my biggest advice to anybody out there. Don't just invest in something because it sounds super cool. Make sure they're following the roadmap. Make sure you do the research on the CEO, the founders, the team, the developers. Make sure you understand what the concept is and that they're actually rolling it out, because a lot of projects are just money grabs where they don't come out and actually release a product. They just, say, hey, here's a coin we're coming out with, and then nothing happens. And I'm not saying that any of these are that, but some of these very well may be. So you got to do your own research, guys. But we'll give you guys some more updates on that as we go along. I think there's a lot to be said about, things coming out. VVS Finance is clearly number one. The VVS moles are pretty cool. A lot of cool things going on with that as well. So we'll keep you posted there. But looking for questions in the chat here, because we're about to wrap up in a second. But really quick, a quick tutorial for you guys on this. I see there's a demand for it out there. Some people want to know how to stake their CRO. Now, this is an empty wallet, so I'm not actually going to go through and stake anything right now, but just want to give you an example on the computer at least. If you want to stake your CRO, consider doing it. Check it out on the crypto.com DeFi app. All you got to do is go to the staking tab, and then you would choose a validator. Just, well, how do I do that? You click on this drop down and you get to see all the different validators. These are all the different people that you can stake with, and you have a lot of choices. Now, I personally stake with Jerry's Pool, which you can see somewhere in here. I was seeing it earlier. Jerry's Pool is the one that I use right here. And it is currently got cumulative shares of 7%. Now, what does that mean? They make up 7% of the entire staking pools here. So of all the validators, they are 7% of the entire validator market, if you will, for CRONOS, which is very interesting. Now, what we want to see, guys, is we want to see a lot of these projects have a little bit more of the share. I was watching a video earlier today, and it made a great point. You know, we don't want to see them get too much of the shares. So consider, I'm in Jerry's Pool. I'm going to consider potentially switching pools. Why? Because I want to share the love. And I do think there's something to be said about that. We want to keep as much decentralization as possible. And we want to keep spread the love, kind of spread some of this. We do not want one validator to rule them all. Jerry's Pool has been great. Nothing against Jerry's Pool. I love it. But I am starting to consider supporting some smaller pools. Obviously, you want to make sure you get a good APY, and you want to make sure that the fees are not too high for yourself, but something I'm going to be considering. So let's just say you wanted to... Please.
When the crypto report staking pool?
Yeah, great question. Did somebody say that one out in the chat? I hope we will be considering doing that in the future. I know Blacksea. We've talked about that, brother. It's we'll talk about.
It's an idea to think about.
I'm excited. I would love to do it. I mean, and I think there's a real opportunity to add a lot more validators into this, because you really do want to diversify. You really want there to be several validators with strength. You know, you don't want this guy to have 8.851, you know, that's not good for the ecosystem. New Shepard has a little more than would make me feel comfortable. You know, I want to spread the love, right? I'm not trying to take anything away from these guys, but I think it's important. Decentralization, you know, you don't want one Bitcoin mining facility to rule all the Bitcoin miners. This is the same concept. You want them to be spread across the globe with multiple miners, all sharing in the profits. And that's probably the best way to go about it, in my opinion. And I know that you do agree with me, Blacksea. So let's say you want to pick one of these. You pick, let's just say this one, you know, right here. It's got a 3% fee and it's a small one. You could pick it. You pick how much you want to delegate. I want to put in 1,000 CRO. And then you would just go ahead and review and submit. It's really that easy, guys. Now, what you need to know is when you do stake your CRO, you cannot take it out for 28 days. It's got a 28-day unbonding period. It's like an unlocking period. It takes a while. So you can't take it out in a pinch. So don't stake more than you feel comfortable with, right? If you need some liquidity, don't stake it all. Don't stake it all, because then you might not be able to buy the NFT you want. You might not be able to sell if you need to sell. If you need to panic sell, don't panic sell, guys. But if you did ever want to sell, if it's all staked, you got to wait 28 days, guys. So be careful for that. And I do urge you guys as well to check out some of these dApps. A lot of great dApps here. I'm doing more digging into these. I'm very excited to see this ecosystem growing. I've been doing a lot of digging into this and joining these Twitter spaces, asking questions. Guys, ask questions. Join these Twitter spaces. Join these Discords. Get the information. We'll talk more about these in the future, but I wanted to give you guys a quick rundown on that one. But that's all I got. Blacksea, do you see any questions for us in the chat, my brother?
I would like to say, guys, if you haven't already, please go over to Twitter, sign up for this Loaded Lion giveaway, guys. We really want to give this lion away. I'm super excited about this. I want to be known as the Mr. Beast of crypto. I want us to do that, guys. Please go sign up, retweet it, become a member, get extra entries into this. Guys, I'm hyped about it.
Absolutely. This has been we've been planning this for what, like 2 months now? We've been
It's been like that, yeah.
It was a Christmas it's our Christmas gift to the community. Let's put it that way, but we'll see. I mean, sooner we hit 25K subs, the sooner we can give this thing away, and there will be more giveaways coming. And if you are a member on our YouTube channel, look at the link in the description down below. You can become a member. You'll get additional entries for this giveaway. So check it out. But we do appreciate all the support out there. Looking for some questions in the chat before we call it a day, folks. Before we Call it a day. Slay Maven, choose a validator under 7% market share. Totally agree with you, my brother. I think we got to share the love. You get to switch a validator every 28 days. Kid Pro Crow. Couldn't agree more. That is how it goes. General Scarborough asking, who will be our Snoop Dogg to Sandbox for CRONOS? I think it's going to be Blacksea.
Oh yeah, let's go.
It's going to be Blacksea.
I'll put my DeGod on there. That might be controversial.
Oh, hey, yeah, let's get a DeGod of the CRONOS ecosystem.
Guys, I just put a poll up in the chat for if you guys think we should have a crypto report validator node. Why don't you go ahead and vote? I'm very curious on seeing what you guys think about that. It's in the live chat.
Yeah, I'm curious about doing it. We've talked about it. I mean, I think it'd be great, and I think down the road, it might even just become a reality. We'll have to see. I love it. I love it. Michael Artezi, hello, Kip from Europe. I'm going to bed. Have a good stream. Thanks for joining us, Michael. Good to have you. Thanks for joining us today. Mike asking, what's the top 3 coins that you don't touch and invest for the long run? So what? Hey, Texas Crypto. Welcome to the supporter family. Good to have you. Smash up your new emojis. Well, we're going to pin that one up at the top if we can. I'm glad to have you, Texas. Great question from Mike. What are the top 3 coins that you don't touch and invest for the long run? Blacksea, why don't you start this one off, man? That's a great question, Mike. Thanks for the question.
I mean, honestly, like it's going to be boring, but come on, guys. Bitcoin. You have to own some Bitcoin. It is the safest crypto to own by far, no matter when it comes to volatility, what's going on in the market. Bitcoin is king. You know, I remember back in 2017 talking about that, and people were saying Bitcoin's king. Bitcoin has been king and will always be king, in my personal opinion. And next to that, I do Ethereum. It's the biggest layer 1 blockchain. And, you know, guys, the total value locked up in the Ethereum DeFi space is incredible. And now my third one. My third one, I would say right now, CRONOS by far. And it's exchange token. These exchange tokens perform very well in bear markets. And there are great times to accumulate because come the bull market, they're going to fly, guys. The more volatility going on in the crypto space, the more money these exchanges make, the more the coins pump. So my top 3 is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Crypto.com right now.
How do you like that, Mike? How do you like that one in the chat? You got an answer from Blacksea. And Blacksea, I'm going to tell you this. I think that Baby Dogecoin, Cousin Mars, Angel Coin, and Crypto Cookies are, those are my favorite. No. Stay away from the low cap altcoin. If you guys are looking for a long-term investment, a long-term hold, you're looking at Bitcoin, you're looking at Ethereum, and you should definitely consider looking at CRONOS. I'm putting it right there with you. I agree completely with Blacksea. Those are my top 3 picks as well. To be honest with you, you could flip out Crow for anything else you believe too. But for sure, you must not ignore Bitcoin and Ethereum at all. Where do the DeGods go when they leave Solana? Ethereum. What's the biggest smart contract play in the entire market? Ethereum. Where's the most value locked up? Ethereum. What's the biggest crypto of all time and it's going to remain the biggest crypto of all? It's Bitcoin. Anything else, there's going to be volatility. Crow, though, man, we're looking good. I mean, you look at all the FUD going on right now. You look at exchanges as the onboarding ramp for all of crypto. Crow is looking good. That's why we're honing in on this. We love the project. We see the community. That's the other thing. The family, the Crow fam, is so strong right now. So awesome. Texas Crypto, good to have you as a member. Thanks for joining the Crypto Report family. You, my sir, just got an additional 10 entries to the Loaded Lion giveaway. Give that man a round of applause, folks. Let's go. Crow's excited. I know that Kip Pro Crow and Slay Maven are ready. Glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. Well, folks, that's all we got today. Blacksea, any parting thoughts for this beautiful community here?
Yeah, I'll say I'm going to end the poll, and we have 82% of the people think that we should have a validator. So let's talk. Let's talk, CryptoKit. Maybe we'll make it happen for you guys. And thank you so much for everyone that's been watching. Thank you for our new members. Welcome, Texas. Thank you so much for giving the support, smashing the like button, retweeting our Loaded Lion giveaway. I'm so excited to give more. giveaways away. I'm so excited. But yeah, thanks so much, guys.
Yes, thank you guys so much. And please, please, please go to Twitter, share the giveaway. The sooner we get to 25K subscribers, the sooner we get to give this thing away. It is to your advantage to share this tweet on Twitter with the community. We love and appreciate you all. I'm Crypto Kip. That was Blacksea. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, you've got to remember, guys, you have just got to remember to DCA HODL, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody, and have a great night. Stay warm, stay safe.